Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. I'm Ombra and today we're gonna talk about the best in slot equipment for the troops leader commander. In the past two episodes of this series, we already covered the damage dealer physical commander and also the elemental one. I invite you to recover these two videos if you're interested. I'm gonna leave the link on the top of me in the card here. But today we're gonna talk only about the commander who won't buff the troops for deal damage or for tanking. What you really care when you think about something for leading troop is the command stat, cause that gonna increase the percentage of damage dealt by the troop and also the percentage of damage received from the troop. So this gonna be your main stat for this kind of commander. Secondary, you're gonna have the attack for the troop and the defense for the troop. Of course, here we can also talk about the difference between 1.0 equipment and 2.0 equipment. We don't gonna cover the 1.0 equipment in this video, we're gonna talk about the 2.0. But first and start with this equipment explaining, I wanna ask you a huge favor, just smash like on the video, and if you are not following me, just start to following me. That help a lot with the algorithm on YouTube for show my content to every user interested on. First piece of equipment is weapon, and the best in slot for me is the gigantic hammer with 240 of command, also 48 of attack for the unit. It's my favorite stat for the unit. I prefer attack over defense because I think the better way for defense yourself is just kill the enemy. And also I found the attack soft cap, it's very higher than the defense soft cap. Then of course there's reckoning, really valid for 240 command and also 45 of defense and 9 of attack. Overall, the amount of statistic is the same, but it's worse than Gigantic Armor in my opinion, cause give you defense. It's valid only if you have already an insane amount of attack and you want just don't go over the soft cap, you want bring some defense, it's fine, you can use the Reckoning. Then there's Elven White Knife and Black Mace with 220 of command. I really not suggest to go for golden item like that, cause if it's not a best in slot, is not worth to invest. Only if you're a mega whale maybe you can think to bring that on the field. At purple level the Mirkwood bow is the best in slot with 130 of command and 18 of attack, it's very solid. And also the Cutlass is still decent with 130 command and 15 of defense. Then if we talk about the armor, the best in slot is for sure the Ranger Shroud for give 45 of attack and 9 of defense, and also in the top of that 2.2k of HP for your commander. Remember, if your commander die, you don't gonna have the possibility to use the skill of that commander, so it's important stay alive. Then you have the Durin's Plate with 18 of attack and 36 of defense. It's still very solid, but it's inferior to the Ranger Shroud because give defense and not attack. Then we have the High Elf Hauberk for 6 of attack and 48 of unit defense, but like I say, it's situational. You can use that if you have already around 200 of attack for be worth increase the defense, so you need to think very well first and make this investment. And then you have the Tracker Plate with 27 of attack and 12 of defense, so it's superior than use a purple item, but like always is not a good investment, you don't have to run that. At purple level the best in slot is the superior Hauberk that give you 18 of defense, and is better than Goblin Armor, even if the Goblin Armor give 15 of attack, cause 18 is more than 15. Simply that, at the equal level I choose attack, but if I gain 3 more points of defense than what I gain for attack, I choose defense. For helmet we have the Hunter Guides with 130 of command, 48 of attack for troop and 6 of defense, absolutely the best in slot golden item. And then we have also the Casque of the Submerged Island with 130 command, 6 of attack and 48 of defense. I mean, like always, it's still good to have this item. In terms of number of statistics it's the same, but I found have more attack, it's more important than have more defense. So I'm gonna say Hunter Guides is better than the Casque of the Submerged Island. Only if you have an insane amount of attack you can think to run the second one. Then you have the War Helm and the Arad Casque with 120 command each, and that have also the same amount amount in terms of stat gain. It's 54 between attack and defense, one more attack, the second more defense. They are not so bad, very close to the besting slot, but like always I don't feel I won't suggest to invest on something is not besting slot at golden level. Instead I prefer go with the Trapper Hood that give you 70 of command and also 18 of attack. It's purple, it's not a big investment, everyone can have that. Or also you can run the Horseman helmet for 70 of command and also 18 of defense. For accessory you had the Carver Dragon Tooth, the besting slot in my opinion, with 120 of command, 27 of attack and 27 of defense, a lot of stats here. And also there's Silver Harp of Rivendell with 120 of command, 12 of attack and 42 of defense. I still prefer the Carver Dragon Tooth for the same reason, attack better than defense. All these two accessories are very strong. Then we talk about Ortank Delivery and Mira's Reign. They have 110 command each and have a total of 39 points spent between attack and defense for the troop. The number of stat is still very good, but in this meta in particular where you want accessory max for the damage dealer commander, you don't want to invest in an accessory for a command leader, you don't want to spend your resource for have a minimal advantage. So don't invest in something is not besting slot for your troop leader. At purple level you have the Wizard Firework with 70 of command and also 18 of attack, or you can run the Drums of Moria with 70 of command and 18 of defense. For last we're gonna talk about the set effect, and here I slightly prefer the Sharp Blade for a plus 20 of attack. Only if you have already an insane amount of attack you can think to go with the evasion action, really strong bonus cause give you 20% minus damage in the first 3 rounds to your formation, and that is super solid in particular in a meta where there's a lot of burst damage. Or you can even think to go with the Warcry if your formation have a lot of burst damage in the early round. And for last, if you have a lot of pieces that give you attack, you can think to go with the thick armor for have plus 20 of defense and compensate a bit what you don't have from your piece of equipment. But the choose gonna be, in my opinion, always between sharpened blade and evasion action. So that's all for this explain of the troop leader equipment, and is also the last chapter of the basic guide about the besting slot item for all the commander right now in the game. We are still studying a lot about the mechanics, so we're probably gonna discover a lot. I intentionally choose to don't mention any item of 1.0 on this video. I know there's a lot of item better than the 2.0 right now, but the problem with that are 3. First, every new player cannot have the access to the 1.0. Second problem is we cannot know what's gonna change on the game, and for sure every change of the game gonna be in the sense of 2.0 and not 1.0. So if I suggest to you to use an item of 1.0 now and then you cannot convert anymore, if the item change you're gonna lost all your investment, and I cannot suggest you a risky move like that. Third, even if you are an expert player with a lot of possibility and you don't care about the investment, you probably still don't have the golden piece of equipment right now are strong in the new build. I cannot make a meta with an item no one can have, like just 1% of the population can have that, but that doesn't mean I can suggest that for a real build for everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, just smash like on that and also subscribe to my channel for future content. Let me know what you think about this video and in general this series in the comment. I'm gonna reply you to everyone. I wanna remember you, I have also a Discord where I talk with all my followers and where we discover the game together. The community grows really fast and it's really active right now, so you can always find tips for the game. If you wanna support the channel, I wanna remember you, there's also a code you can use for buying gem from the site. The devs gonna recognize me a bit of commission from what you spend, and if you're not from USA, you're gonna also spend less, around 25% less for your gems. Like always, thank you for following me and see you in the next. Woo!